need the health benefits. Seriously, that's why they need the health benefits, because the job's making them sick. If you didn't have the job, you wouldn't need the health benefits. I lived in Mauritania. There's no health benefits there. They do fine. I'm sure I met people, they never saw a doctor in their life. And they wouldn't. And when they saw the stethoscope, they said, I'm not. I'm not. And then the shot, one man told me, he said, I have my own shot. That's what he told me. He said, عندي دقة. هو الأول والآخر والظاهر وباطن وهو بكل شيء قدير. That was his shot that he gave. Muhammad Ali. That was his shot. Whenever he got sick, he said, I have my own shot. I don't need that other stuff. People say, oh, he's against doctors. I'm not against doctors or medicine or anything. I'm just saying that really, if you look at how people are living, they're living lives they're pathogenic. They're lives that are illness-causing. They cause sicknesses. And people that live in harmony with nature, they get sick much less. They don't have mental illnesses. Their illnesses tend to be acute, and they're resolved after a short period of time. In this culture, you don't have, like in Mauritania, you have acute illnesses, and sometimes people die. Here, the acute illnesses are much less, but look at the chronic diseases. People took 5 billion tranquilizers last year. In this country, 5 billion tranquilizers. Think about that. Right? People are going to run out and buy stocks in tranquilizers. That's what people do. 5 billion. It's an industry you can't lose. You can't win either. Right? Because the same corporations that are making people sick are providing the drugs and the entertainment to make them forget that they're sick. So the heart, in Arabic, qalb, there's another word, lub, we went to lub, and now we go to sir, is another word for the heart, the secret. The secret of man is contained in the heart. Another word the Arabs use is fu'ad. Fu'ad in Arabic it's a similar root as fa'ida, because fu'ad is the place of benefit, is where you benefit. And fa'ida yufiduka ilman aw malan. When somebody benefits you, in Arabic language, you use fa'ida. Yanfa'uka is something else. Fa'ida means he benefited you financially or intellectually. In other words, the heart. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّ السَّمْعَ وَالْبَصَرَ وَالْفُؤَادَ كُلُّ أُولَٰئِكَ كَانَ عَنْهُ مَسْئُولًا. The hearing, the sight, and the fu'ad, the heart, all of those we have made the human being responsible for. Because hearing and sight are the inroads to the heart. You learn through listening and seeing. And that's what is causing the heart to move. Now, just to move, I want to go a little bit to the physical heart. And that I had training in that because I worked on a cardiac unit. So I want to talk a little bit about the physical heart, because the physical heart is an extraordinary thing. The physical heart starts beating before the brain is formed. It's autorhythmic. It literally, the cardiac cells begin to beat before the autonomic nervous system is sending messages to it. See, these people believe the brain is the center of man. The heart is beating before the brain is even formed. Moreover, if the brain was the center, how is it that they can literally completely sever all of the nerve connections to the heart in a heart transplant, and the heart will beat without having any connection to the brain whatsoever, and serve the human being, the new heart? Literally. The heart is pumping 100,000 beats in 100,000. In a lifetime, it's going to be about 3 billion pulsations. 40 million in a year. We're talking 40 gallons in an hour of blood. The blood is being pumped 60,000 miles throughout the vascular system of the body. More than twice the circumference of the earth. That's going on right now in your bodies. Right now. Every beat, blood is literally traveling 60,000 miles of vasculature territory. It's something phenomenal. You try to get 40 gallons right now of water and take it from here, just across the room, not 60,000 miles. Take it from here across the room in an hour. Seriously, that'll wear you out. And yet the heart's doing that every hour. 60,000 miles. Each beat. It's something extraordinary. The heart is amazing. The brain, we have a triune brain. There are three. Our brain was built first. The first thing that showed up was what they call the R brain. It's a reptilian brain. Because we share it with snakes and lizards and reptiles. And we can be reptilian. A human being can stay at that reptilian brain stem. They can be in a completely reactionary mode. When people go and have road rage and things like this is the reptilian brain in action. Literally. I'm serious. It is the reptilian brain in action. You are less than human. And this is why the Prophet ﷺ said, "La taghdab," don't get angry. Because when you become angry, you become less than human. You become like a reptile, like a snake ready to bite. And that deals with all the lower urges. The food drive, breathing, all these things. That's that brain. It's dealing with the real base elements of the human being. The next level of the human being is what they call the midbrain. And we share this with higher animals. There was an article, finally, in one of these major news magazines about, do animals have emotions? I mean, all you have to do is have a pet to realize animals have emotions. Animals get depressed. They have dogs on Prozac in this country. They do. They really do. They have dogs on Prozac. Now, if your dog is depressed, your house is in bad shape. Seriously. If your dog is depressed, your house is in very bad shape. That dog is picking up on something in that house, because dogs are not supposed to be depressed. Right? But it's happening. Dogs get depressed. Cats could care less. Right? Seriously. Somebody from Pakistan told me that the reason cats were better than dogs, I couldn't believe. They said that they were taught this, that the reason cats were better than dogs was because dogs thought their provision was from their master, like the person, whereas cats knew it was from Allah. I said, I don't know who worked that one out, but that's the first I heard of it. So.